Hello and welcome to Allegedly Astrology. Each week we break down the astrology that happened during some of the biggest scandals and events in history.
And this is our minisode where we do a quick chart on a trending news topic.
So Dana, what are we talking about today?
Punch the monkey, the little monkey punch.
And this is a request from friend of the pod, Caitlin V. So thank you, Caitlin. Dana, since you're such a huge fan of Punch the Monkey, when was the first time you heard or encountered about him?
I'm on Twitter, so probably like 3 weeks ago. I don't know. I get things early, and maybe that's why I'm annoyed with it.
Dana's on top of the trends. She wants you guys to
That's
know.
where things come from. It's not cool. It's just where to put it.
She
Everything
gets
on
things-
Twitter.
She
is
gets
where,
things early.
I do, actually. I get them on Twitter. X the everything app, the viral beating of a monkey app. But now I realize that they named the monkey Punch. It makes sense that it gets punched. You should name a monkey like Love, and then it will get loved.
There's a reason why it's named that, and we will get into it.
Yes. So, in case you aren't on Twitter and don't get things early like Dana, Punch is a 7-month-old Japanese macaw.
Okay, that's why I was like, is that how it's actually spelled? You know, like, is that, because I've always heard
it is
macaw,
that.
and that's how it's spelled.
Macaw. I don't know how to say it, but that's what I thought it was, a macaw.
I think it's
Macaque.
macaw.
But when
It
I'm
said
looking this
macaque.
up, it says the second syllable rhymes with back, sack, or lack. Macaque.
Macaque. Cool.
Macaque. All right. Anyway, now that we've straightened that out, Punch went viral for carrying around an IKEA stuffed monkey. It's very cute. And he truly stole the world's hearts. And as of now, he's bringing in tons of visitors to the zoo. And the little monkey he carries around is now sold out on IKEA and being sold for a huge markups on eBay. That's how popular this little monkey, the plush monkey, has become. Punch is the real monkey's name. So let's learn about Punch and his astrology.
So Punch's full name is Punchkin, and he's named after Monkey Punch, which is the author of Lupin the Third, which is an anime movie. He is a macaque, which also is known as a snow monkey. And he's definitely had a difficult start to life. He was abandoned by his mother, who really lacked interest in raising him.
Yeah, that's probably why he was so attached to the little plush
It
monkey.
is.
But according to an expert, rejection is incredibly rare in this species. And when it does happen, the rest of the troop steps in to raise the baby. And when rejection does happen, it's typically due to the mom's age, health, inexperience, or you know what? Maybe she's just having a hard time mentally.
So our boy Punch in this scenario had two things against him. One, his mother was a first-time mother, so that's like possibility of inexperience. And two, he was born during a heat wave, which is a very high-stress environment.
And so, in environments where survival is threatened by outside stress, mothers may prioritize their own health and future reproduction rather than continue to care for an infant whose health may be compromised by those environmental conditions.
So she was saving her own ass. So
Bitch.
what is Punch's birth chart like, Dana?
Okay, well, Punch was born on July 26, 2025 in Ichikawa Zoo in Japan, and he has the sun and moon in Leo. So this means he was born on a new moon. So I pulled the new moon chart, which is just from the day before Punch was born, and I'm using this as a stand-in chart so we can get a rising. So this gives him a Cancer rising. And being born on a new moon in Leo, this makes him famous, brave. It's opposite Pluto. The moon is exactly opposite Pluto, so he's abandoned by his mother. The moon is trining Neptune and Saturn, so he's famous for being lonely. Neptune being about, giving fame and like empathy, and then Saturn being like the loneliness. Sort of, I guess like can all, I don't know, people relate to it probably. And then the sun and moon are in the second house of possession. So it tracks that Punch is famous for relying on a stuffed animal for security, because the second house is also security. And Mercury was retrograde in Leo in the second house. So this is self-esteem issues, difficulty maybe connecting with the people in the environment. Mercury rules Mars, which is conjunct the South Node in Virgo in the third house of environment and like locality. So, and this is like getting attacked by his peers in their enclosure. And like Mars was conjunct the South Node. So this is also the third house is neighbors. Mars is hitting. The South Node is fate. So Mars rules his Aries 10th house of fame and publicity. So this fame is directly related to getting hit by his neighbors in his locality. And then Venus is squaring Mars, Venus in Gemini. is in the 12th house of suffering, and it's ruled by Mercury, which is again retrograde in the second house. So it's just like famous for abject circumstances and having possession. Like, and then Chiron stationed retrograde 5 days later in the 10th house. So this is like again reiterating that fame for being wounded, but like being brave, like healing other people because you're wounded or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, he kind of is because I think, like, there was an IKEA post where IKEA was like, "Sometimes family is the ones you find along the way," and it was,
Oh
like,
my
the monkey with
god.
his, like, little thing. So I'm
That's a
like,
really a good opportunity to try. I could understand why they would jump on that. That's so dark.
That's
but I
so
will
dark.
say,
I mean, not as dark as the enclosure, which has no trees in it. No wonder the heat wave was hard. There's nothing to like be by that's green.
yeah, that's some of the criticism for this zoo is that it's a little lacking in certain
It's a
places.
monkey prison, to be honest.
But if we do just continue this fanfic that he's Cancer rising, that also is like his whole like how we know him is based off his mother
Yeah,
and the fact
definitely
that
by
he
his
was
Yes.
mom.
abandoned by his mother. Yeah.
And then also his mom, the
Mommy
thing which he
issues.
owns, right? Like his like the mother that he is projected this, stuffed animal is like an item that's just secure, like there for security
Yes.
and
And
like
we
to
will
hide
get
underneath.
into literally right now why he needs one of those things. So the day after Punch was abandoned, he was artificially fed, drinking milk from a bottle, and two caretakers. One of them, you see him a lot in the videos of Punch. He's the guy that, like, whenever he comes into the enclosure, like, Punch, like, jumps on top of him and he,
Oh,
like, carries him around. But he's one of the zookeepers that raised him. And the reason why they introduced the stuffed orangutan was after they tried, like, a bunch of different alternatives, like rolled up towels, because a little monkey needs to, like, cling to them.
yes. And the clinging is very important because clinging to the mother is how macaques develop, and it helps them develop muscle strength. It helps them stay warm. It builds their emotional health. So they need to actually learn to cling. That is like a very important skill.
Yes, so after trying the towels, they gave him the monkey-shaped toy to cling on to because they thought it might eventually also help him integrate back into the troop once he gets bigger.
Yes. And after a few months, Punch was integrated with the other macaques at the zoo's Monkey Mountain, which has about 60 monkeys.
And at the beginning, Punch really struggled to bond with the other monkeys. I'm thinking of one video and my heart is shattering. And he only had the he only had the company of his human zookeepers and his stuffed toy. So what was going on when he was
So
integrated?
this was January 19th, 2026, and there was a new moon in Capricorn on the day that he was integrated. So I'm using that chart, which gives a sun and moon in Capricorn and a Sagittarius rising. The new moon in Capricorn is conjunct Mercury and Mars, and then the moon entered Aquarius later that day. So this is new moon is also in the second house, just like the new moon on the day before he was born. And so remember, second house is possessions. It's sort of lining that up again. This chart also, again, has a Sagittarius rising. It's ruled by Jupiter in Cancer in the eighth house of exploitation and relying on others. Cancer, of course, is the sign of the mother, and his mom literally is a stuffed animal that was given to him because it was abandoned by his mother, which is a very eighth house type struggle. And then Venus is conjunct Pluto in the third house of neighbors, and Venus rules the 11th house of audience. So it's like being a victim of his environment with Pluto involved, and like maybe his somehow his presence threatens other monkeys. I don't know, but also it's world famous. So yeah, so we get sort of this this interesting story of like this monkey is famous. Also, then this new moon was conjunct the stand-in chart, the Leo new moon, the one that we use for Punch's birth chart. It's conjunct that descendant, so that's like interfacing with others.
Or a punch. All right. So videos on social media show that the other monkeys pushing and dragging him around, which really upset a lot of people.
Me included. But the behaviors of the other monkeys towards Punch isn't actually bullying or any type of abnormal behavior, but this is just how they like interact socially.
So apparently, Japanese macaques have very strict matrilineal hierarchies where higher ranking families assert dominance over lower ranking ones. So even with his mother, Punch would probably still face some kind of aggression.
But one zookeeper who clearly looks on the bright side was like, despite the fact that he's getting his ass kicked out there, he's pretty mentally strong and very outgoing.
Okay, good.
And
The monkey won't be a sociopath.
And then the zoo made an online post about Punch's backstory, which became an overnight sensation.
then all of a sudden, images and videos of Punch with his little monkey plushie soon went viral in Japan and then continued around the world. And the hashtag hang in there Punch began circulating online. So, what was going on when the zoo posted that video about him?
So this was February 5th, 2025, and the sun was in Aquarius, the moon was in Virgo, and then in Libra. However, on February 2nd, 2026, there was a full moon in Leo, and that's the chart that I'm using. Because that full moon was conjunct the new moon, or was conjunct where Mercury was when Punch was born. So it's also the full moon in Leo, and he was born after the new moon in Leo, so it's really like a full or a half circle, I guess. So yeah, Punch is born on a new moon in Leo, went viral after the full moon in Leo conjunct his natal Mercury retrograde. So also it's conjunct a retrograde, something is coming back around. The new moon is birth.
Whoa.
It's a new beginning. It's planting a seed. The full moon's culmination, development. It involves relationships. It's you versus other people. Also, honestly, really shining a light on how bad Japan's zoos are for me because I can't really deal with that, I guess. And it's significant that this full moon was conjunct his Mercury retrograde because, again, it's like we're talking about him and we're sort of talking about, again, this like monkey. Wait, this is very resilient, which makes sense with all these Leo placements. But like, this is truly to me the most abject thing I've ever watched. And I can't believe I have to watch it on TV and I can't believe I choose to. Or not on TV, on the computer. Sorry. It's so sad and weird. Like Mooding is
So-
always happy.
Oh, Moo Dang was just, I mean, in Moo Dang versus Punch, I am Team Punch because I feel like I respect a struggle. Moo Dang was just born a star and was always a star.
Moo Dang was born a star.
And Moo Dang was like so mad. Remember when he would just like bite his like zookeeper's like leg randomly?
Yeah, I feel less bad watching it, you know? Like I wouldn't want to watch a video of like a mother abusing her child. So I don't know.
Well, because I don't even know where Punch's mom is. I don't even know if she's like in that
Where is that
enclosure.
bitch? Where is that
Right,
deadbeat?
that's because I was like, okay, how did she abandon him if they were born in captivity?
She said, nope, not my problem anymore.
I don't know if when she had him, she just didn't
Right.
like maybe she like just like walked away somewhere. I'm assuming she's like in there.
Interesting.
And
So
she
she has
has
to like
to
know
be.
he's there.
There's 60 monkeys there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of monkeys.
Crazy.
But since the video, people have been checking social media daily for updates on Punch, and it seems like now he even has a little bodyguard in there to
Oh,
protect him.
good.
Like
It is.
an actual bodyguard or a monkey bodyguard?
A monkey bodyguard.
Okay. That was
All right.
flexible.
Although
That'd be
both could
crazy.
be possible.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe since being born on a Leo new moon, what will happen is that Punch will somehow become the king.
Oh, and like completely subvert like their hierarchy of
I would
women
really-
and just from the number one.
That would be crazy.
I could see it. I'm gonna
Mm.
check what the zoo has posted about him.
But one zookeeper said that it's been great to see him starting to groom because that's the key way that these primates can start to build up friendships with the monkeys within their group.
Oh, good.
And besides him becoming a social media star, huge lines started forming outside of the zoo where he's at, which zoo officials considered very unprecedented. And they keep on apologizing to people for delays in entry because the
Yeah.
lines are so long.
I don't think this zoo is like super popular anyway, because like you mentioned, Dana, it doesn't seem like super nice. And a lot with all the attention that the visitors are bringing to the zoo has had to like make
Field
a
some
statement
questions, I hope.
being like, don't worry, they're taken care of. I guess people said that they noticed there was some like hair missing off of some of the like a lot of the monkeys, but apparently that's because in the colder months, like there's a more excessive grooming going on because the macaques huddle together for warmth.
Wait, Punch update. Something to know. This post from today says he was given back his monkey. So apparently they took his monkey away for some reason.
What? How dare they?
But also The thing I like about him is, like, there's these videos where it's like, Punch won't tolerate being bullied anymore. Like, right now, like, him jumping at that other monkey.
Okay, good.
Like, now he, like, doesn't give a fuck.
So where can people find some of these videos, Sarah? Do you follow the zoo? Do you just go on Twitter and search Punch? Like where are you mostly finding your Punch content?
Well, my For You page is basically all Punch, but I do look at the zoo's page, which, like, does not update very much, but this current one that I'm looking at is from Punch Monkey Official. How official is it? I'm not
Punch
sure.
Monkey Official.
But there is an AI-generated image of him, what appears to be walking with a penguin. Is that the penguin that killed itself, do you think? Remember how there was that penguin that, like, went away from his, like,
No.
little penguin group back up into the mountain to
Oh my
freeze?
God, I don't know.
Interesting.
But IKEA continues to capitalize on capitalism and visited the zoo and donated 33 stuffed toys to Punch and his friends. So,
Cool. Great.
yeah. Well, Punch, you little Leo star, we're rooting for you. I love him. He's starting to make friends. He's not needing his monkey as much anymore. So we'll see how he does. But all signs are pointing in the right direction. So
It is true. I'm thrilled about it. Dana, how do you feel at the end of this?
Something about it makes it's just so dark to me, I guess. I don't know. We're all watching a monkey get abused is so hard for me to do. But
it's not being, yes, sorry. There were videos of him being abused. but-
beaten over the top of the head, so going like this, and a monkey like and then
Oh.
running down like a little ravine of rocks and to hold the monkey over its head to like protect itself. It's like this
Oh
is
my God.
harrowing to me. I don't know
It is
why
harrowing.
I'm watching it. I can't
I
really
think
do it.
Most people are just watching for the cute stuff.
Yeah. I
For
didn't
the-
see that video
I didn't
that
see
you
that
saw.
video.
That was the first one I saw, and I was like, "What is going on?"
okay.
um,
That's really
But this one, he's
sad.
getting groomed and he looks really happy
Okay, that
about
is.
it.
I'm really happy to
That's
see this.
really cute.
This is a
And
turnaround that I
he's
can
touched-
handle.
Yeah. Yeah, Dana, I don't know what shit you were watching. I saw him.
That's
get
what you get on
shoved.
Twitter. Actually, it's like the like
Dark.
executioner videos of monkeys and stuff.
Jesus Christ.
You video.
God. Well, this was just a quick breakdown of what's going on with Punch. But if you want us to cover this topic more in depth, or if you have other topics that you'd like us to cover, please let us know in the comments or send us a DM or email about it.
Please.
And with that, I'm Elise,
I'm Dana.
And I'm Sarah.
and this is Allegedly Astrology. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.